Buddy, this is Brian with a XRP video. We'll go over the chart here in a second, but I wanted to show you some news that came out today. Says the Ripple versus SEC, the judge issues a ruling on the Daubert motions. Here's who won. In the legal dispute between the U.S. Securities and Ripple Labs, Judge Torres has issued an initial ruling, but it is not the summary judgment ruling. Instead, the judge has issued a 57-page ruling on both parties' motions to exclude expert testimony from summary judgment Daubert motions. At first glance, neither Ripple nor the SEC wins. The SEC's motions are granted in part and denied in part, and Ripple's motions are granted in part and denied in part. But down here it says, here's what the ruling means for Ripple. As Chamberlain explains, no clear winner or losers can be derived from the ruling. However, the win goes to Ripple when it comes to one of the most important outcomes of the ruling: the exclusion of the number one expert witness, Patrick Doody. This is who the SEC had hired to analyze the expectations of XRP buyers. XRP community attorney Jeremy Hogan commented on Twitter that the SEC must prove that investors had a responsible expectation of profits from Ripple's efforts. For this duty was crucial. Okay, down here it says a ruling in favor of the SEC was made by Judge Torres on expert witness number 3, which Ripple called irrelevant and unreasonably prejudicial. The judge acknowledges that the expert's testimony about defendants' incentives and actions to influence the price of XRP is directly relevant to the final element of the Howey test for an investment contract. Hogan writes in this regard that the judge thinks that the expert number 3's opinion as to Ripple's incentives and actions to influence XRP price is relevant to the issue of reasonable expectation of profits, but seems fairly weak sauce to me. So there's some news for you there about the ruling on the Daubert motions. So that's pretty big. I mean, if they're denying the testimony of the number one witness, that's pretty, for the SEC. That's pretty huge. So let's go over this chart real quick. Got some pretty good news on this here. We're forming this wedge pattern, and you can see this is XRP on the 4-hour, but if we zoom into the 15-minute, you can see this thing fell down through. Let me get my arrow here so I can show you what I'm talking about. I apologize. But you can see this was riding a support here, fell down through, and it looks like it's coming back up and trying to get back in this pattern. So let's zoom back out on that on the 4-hour. Let me move this down here. But you can see, typical in crypto, we had good support down here. It came down, did a fake out, and it looks like anybody into trading knows fake outs are pretty common. They'll catch you, you'll sell, and then the thing will jump back up in the pattern and have a breakout. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but it's definitely a decent possibility right now. Okay, so we got to take out that high there to get a higher high in here, and so far we're holding steady. That breakdown was a fake out, which is great news, and looks like XRP's holding steady today. If we take a look at Bitcoin real quick, and if I could bring it up, if you wouldn't mind, please subscribing or at least liking the video, I would very much appreciate it. But until Bitcoin sets a lower low, we're still in an uptrend here: higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So we broke, looks like Bitcoin broke support there on that horizontal support. So let me move that line here a little bit. Yeah, it lost that support, but it hasn't set a lower low yet. So as long as Bitcoin can hold up there, be nice to see some volume come in down here, that's for sure. But as soon as we had the breakout, we had all this volume come in. We need some more volume to come in here. But with everything with Silvergate and all these scares through the crypto market right now, it's kind of, I think, making people leery to get in. But they always say buy the fear. I'm not saying to buy anything, but this 4-hour candle on this XRP, it's as green as could be. That thing's having a nice jump back up. We got a little Whoops, sorry about that. Got a little bit of volume coming in to back it up, and you can see that red. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see that a little better. As soon as we had that fake out, that fake break down here, you could see the selling pressure. A lot of people jumped up. That's what'll happen. Then you get this big green candle coming back up in here. So we'll see what happens the rest of the day, and if we have some price movement, I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Thank you very much for taking any of your time to watch my video. I so much appreciate that, guys. I really, really do. And have a fantastic night.